Super Mayhem.
Hello friends, it's Tim here again from Super Mayhem, and boy howdy do we have an interesting list for you today. Ow! When a franchise such as Super Mario gives you so much joy and shapes your life so drastically, it's really hard to talk about any faults or negatives about it. But today I'm going to be brave and take off my rose-tinted glasses and take a closer look at some Super Mario games that, well, just didn't cut the mustard for one reason or another. I know it sounds intense when you have such classics as the original Super Mario Bros., Mario 64, Galaxy, or even the latest Super Mario Odyssey, but believe it or not, there are some games that have this awesome plumber's face planted on them and Nintendo's seal of approval on them that are just horrible. In order for a game to appear here, it has to be a proper officially licensed Nintendo game. No fan-made games or flash game rip-offs, just the real deal. Anyway, why not subscribe, ring the bell, and smash a big fat thumbs up on this video if you love Super Mario even at his worst. So with all that being said, in no particular order, here are the top worst Super Mario games, so far anyway. Mario Teaches Typing. There are some really fun typing games out there, such as The Typing of the Dead or even Typing Attack, to name a couple. But one that wasn't very good, despite the name, is Mario Teaches Typing. Initially released on the 8th of March 1991 for Microsoft Windows, MS-DOS and even Macintosh operating systems, Mario Teaches Typing was pretty hyped up for the time. As the name suggests, this game involves Mario teaching you to type. It's pretty simple. Basically, you type in a sequence of keys in correspondence to what the computer screen displays, using the right fingers as prompted. Mario hits blocks and the occasional Koopa Trooper, but that's just about it. Whilst perhaps not the worst game on this list, it certainly wasn't what one would call a good Mario game, at least conventionally. Imagine being a kid and opening a present that has Super Mario whacked all over it, and then being met with a tedious typing game. Talk about a bring me down. I think people's perspectives on the game have changed a little over time though, as Play Classic Games Online gives the game 4 out of 5, and eBay claims it even as a 5 out of 5. And even 75% of Google users like this video game. So that's something, maybe a bit of nostalgia. But then again, if you were going to learn to type, it may as well be a Mario game. Oh, and whilst I remember, they even made a second one of these back in 1996. Give the people what they want, I guess. Mario is Missing. Originally released for MS-DOS in North America in January 1993, and later on for a plethora of Nintendo consoles and computers, Mario is Missing is what one would call an educational video game. Already with the keyword of educational being in there, you know it probably won't be too fun. I remember as a kid hiring this game from my local video game store, trembling with anticipation, hardly containing my excitement to smash out some platforming goodness. And then I got home and whacked it into my Super Nintendo. I don't really have the right words to describe my disappointment in what ensued. Perhaps severe devastation would come close. Basically, Mario is Missing is a game where you play as Luigi, and you have to travel around the globe to find and return stolen treasure, in an effort to find Mario who has been captured by Bowser. On paper this sounds like an amazing game, almost like a retro Mario Odyssey. And it even was the first Mario game where Luigi was the main player. That poor guy, he couldn't catch a break until some years after the release of this game. Sadly, the title doesn't play or even come close to what you may expect from a Super Mario related game, even with its glorious description. Basically, the computer versions of this game are point and click adventures, whilst the console releases are technically platformers. In this game, Bowser has changed the Mushroom Kingdom into the real world, and also relocated his headquarters to some Antarctican castle. Again, it sounds pretty cool, but it's not. As Luigi, you walk around the real world asking people questions and trying to find Bowser's stolen items, some of which include Big Ben and the Mona Lisa. However he managed to steal them, we will never know, but it's your job to find them, I guess. Oh yeah, and they threw Yoshi into this mess of a game, where he can eat pokies that block paths and some other stuff. I never really got it as a kid, and as a grown-up, well, I still don't really get it. But having said all this, do you want some edutainment in your life? If so, don't miss out on Mario is Missing then. Mario's Time Machine. Are you ready for some more educational video games? I said, are you ready for some more Mario educational games? Well, if anyone answered yes to those questions, here is another. Mario's Time Machine was a game originally released on MS-DOS in North America in 1993, and later for both the Super Nintendo and the original Nintendo Entertainment System. I guess Nintendo really wanted you to play it for some reason. We are talking about Prime Mario time in a sense though, so I guess it makes sense that they wanted to release it everywhere possible at the time. This game is set in the year 1993, and finds Bowser has built a time machine which is interestingly called the Timulator, which I take as a personal head nod to me. Much like Mario is Missing, Bowser has stolen artifacts from different points in history for his own personal display in his castle. Naturally, you are Mario and you must save the future of mankind by using the Timulator to return the artifacts to their proper areas in time. Sounds enthralling, doesn't it? Well, it is not. In a nutshell, the game is about teaching you the historical importance of each of Bowser's stolen pieces, and who the artifacts relate to. To get through the game, all you have to do is correctly answer questions that are asked about the information you learn throughout the game. Yikes! What's with the educational Mario games, Nintendo? We want intense Goomba splatting action, not learning about human history. We want Mushroom Kingdom history. Hotel Mario. Known for its memes, interesting cutscenes, cringeworthy voice acting, and all-around poopness, as the last top worst Super Mario game, we have to of course pay tribute to the infamous Hotel Mario. This puzzle game was released on the 31st of December 1994 for the Philips CDI, a pretty unusual system for a Mario game, even if they released games for the MS-DOS and the Macintosh computers. It is kind of a conventional Super Mario game in a sense. You do play as Mario, and the main objective is to save Princess Toadstool, only this time you are going through 7 hotels that are in the Mushroom Kingdom. Who knew you could rent a room in the Mushroom Kingdom? Anyway, each hotel is divided into different stages. In each, the objective is to close all the doors on the level. Enthralling concept, hey? Once you do pass a hotel stage, you do end up having to fight one of the Koopalings, and then eventually, of course, Bowser himself. Naturally, the game wasn't that well received, even at its time of release. J.C. Fletcher of Joystick had this to say about the plot. Apparently Bowser has nefariously plotted to have his underlings open doors in his own hotels, thus wasting air conditioning and increasing his own electric bill. Mario and Luigi must heroically latch all the doors and save their arch-enemy from having his hallways get too cold. I guess that's a pretty good summary of the game itself. Other sources didn't have much else positive to say, other than it was a bit better than the Legend of Zelda CDI games. So that's something at least. Even the voice acting has been hugely criticised, even by magazines like OneUp.com, where Danny Cohen wrote, Mario, voiced in the game by Mark Gruer, sounds more like someone's ex-smoker grandpa trying to imitate a mafia hitman. The dialogue is meant to sound playful, but the character voices imply acts of menace and hate. Ouch, that's some pretty interesting criticism by OneUp.com. To finish it off, in 2008, IGN named Hotel Mario as one of the 10 worst Mario games. Something I obviously agree with, as it finishes off this list of the top worst Super Mario games by Super Mayhem. Anyway, that's it for today, friends. I'm sure I missed at least 1 or 2 bad Super Mario video games, so why not whack them in the comments for all of us to discuss. Smash a like on this bad boy, especially if you guessed one of the games that will be on this list before watching, subscribe if you are new, and now get ready for the second proper outro. Anyway, that's it for today, friends. I really hope you enjoyed this video with me today. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, turn notifications on, give us a thumbs up, it really helps out the channel, guys. And most importantly, leave a comment down below about Super Mario, future video suggestions, or just say hi. It's nice to be social sometimes. Also, whilst you're here, check out these other Super Mayhem videos, and as always, a huge thank you to Jacob Clark for being our first Patreon supporter. It's super appreciated. If you want to join the team, click the link on the screen or in the description below, and pledge as much or as little as you can. It's really appreciated, guys. Also, don't forget to visit supermayhem.com, and that's it for today, friends. Ow!